Georgia against the Georgia Bulldogs. ABC's Wide World of Sports comes up as soon as our ball game is over with the Firecracker 400 and the International Mile from Oslo, Norway. The football is sitting just short of the 18 of Chicago. It's third down and about 4.5 yards for a first down. Fitzke is back. Fitzke's got it. First down at the Chicago 11. Stops the clock. 1:08 to play.
Did you think he would throw to anyone else?
First down, Philadelphia, just inside the Chicago 11. Chains are down. The clock is rolling. Yusina looks over the defense. Sets up to throw it. Goes to the corner. Incomplete. Oh, my goodness. Steve Folsom and Ed Smith were all tangled up over there. Folsom got a hold of it, but couldn't hold on.
Oh, I thought Folsom had that ball all the way. And he reached out and grabbed it. Was just going to pull it in and fall on it. You see Fitzke right there running downfield inside. Folsom runs underneath him, then loops to the corner. You don't see it there, but the ball's thrown. Fitzke's probably had his fingers crossed. Thought it was a touchdown.
Well, that spreads a little doubt, though. Now they flex Folsom out and give him another a yard or two of room to work. Fitzke and Folsom over there together. If you see this pass goes over the middle to Donovan. Donovan! Touchdown!
And there's his flip. Tommy Donovan.
Can you believe this? With 50 seconds to play in the ball game.
Now comes the most important play. You don't think those other plays are important? Those other plays were crucial, but right now, with 50 seconds on the clock, Tommy Donovan, a great catch, good moves to keep his balance and stay up to get in the end zone.
Trout is in the game. I told you he'd go for the tie.
Trout is in the ball game. They're going for the tie. Let's take a look at the pass again. A quick route by Donovan. He steps over people. Watch this. Oh, you missed this little flip again there, but Tommy Donovan, a happy
The hold
man.
is good. The kick is good. It's all even.
Yeah. It's a tie ball game. I don't believe it. I truly do not believe it. Philadelphia.
Chicago led 38-17 at one point here in the second half. Philadelphia in the fourth quarter has run up 194 yards. It's 3-10 Staters that have really done the job.
Here's Usfl again, under the pressure. He sees Donovan open. Watch him just step out of Don Schwartz's hands, arms. He gets into the end zone, and here is his celebration. He is so happy. It's a tie ball game. When we come back, it will probably be overtime.
The Atlantic Division champions Philadelphia has scored 24 points in the fourth quarter to get all even at 38 with the Chicago Blitz. 50 seconds to play in regulation. Obviously, we'll have overtime if there is a tie. Lenny Willis is deep for Dave Trout's kickoff. And there'll be no return. That's 3 points. He knocked it through the goalpost. Watch Donovan now. Tom Donovan making a catch and then a great run.
The best part of it was his run. Right there, Eddie Brown, Don Schwartz, they have shots at him. He gets in, and then a Tom Donovan patent celebration, a flip in the end zone. And he still holds on to the football. A well-trained wide receiver.
Philadelphia's had the football 13 times today. They have not punted. They've turned it over 7 times and scored 6 times. And Kevin Long lines up now with Doug Dennison as Bobby Scott goes to the air, and the pass intended for Tremaine Johnson is incomplete. Johnson had double coverage that time with George Cooper, big linebacker, and Sam Mills back there. 2 linebackers in the area.
There's tough coverage here. They're looking for that little short pass to Tremaine. He's sandwiched right here. He can't get up for it. The only thing missing is a safety behind that play to pick it off.
Yeah, Jonathan Sutton had come up, and he made contact, but he made contact when the ball was there. so there's no flag. Second down and 10. 47 seconds to play. Got to watch out for Johnson. They give it to Dennison. Dennison gets 2 yards. Mike Lush, the free safety, coming up. And Philadelphia now spends its last time out. Philadelphia calls time, stopping the clock. 38 seconds to play. Third down and 8 for Chicago.
Keith, I believe that had George Allen's team completed, Bobby Scott completed that pass to Tremaine Johnson, they probably would have kept the ball in the air again, trying to get downfield very, very quickly. It was incomplete. Rather than take a chance on the ball being picked off, rather than taking a chance of not running out a lot of time on the clock, he chose to run the football, keep it on the ground, and play it safe, and work towards an overtime football game and take their chances there. Jim Moore, realizing this, calls a timeout. 38 seconds on the clock. They can run the ball. He can call another timeout and have one final shot at maybe getting the ball and maybe a long field goal by Dave Trout.
Well, Philadelphia has had 194 yards in total offense in the fourth quarter. Chicago only 23. So George was sitting on that big lead, and he went conservative.
Well, we talked about it earlier, and I asked Dick Corey if he'd run the same plays. He didn't give me an answer.
I would not have.
I don't blame you. It's easy to second guess, and head coaches ought not to second guess other head coaches.
Third down and about 8. They run it. Dennison. And he's short of the first down. So it'll be fourth down and half a minute now. Less than a half minute to go. As you see the time ticking away. John Bunting made the stop. The old pro who played 11 years with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, the whole of my strategy is the fact that Philadelphia doesn't have any more timeouts, so they can't stop the clock.
Chicago's going to let the clock run out. Let time expire. We will go to overtime in this first divisional playoff. Regulation game time has expired. Philadelphia 38 and Chicago 38. An incredible 24-point comeback by Philadelphia in the fourth quarter. And I still say the two really big plays in that fourth quarter were the two catches made by Fitzgerald. The one on the sideline over there, and then the one for the touchdown. And from that point on, it was just all of the energy in the world flowed back into the Philadelphia ball club.
He made two catches back-to-back that any receiver would love to have in his memories.
Now let us watch the flip of the coin. You don't, I like the way the division people in college football play it, where you're guaranteed a possession. I like that, don't you, Dick?
Definitely. I think each team should be given a possession in overtime.
But not the case right now. The flip of the coin can mean everything right here.
Who's the tail?
Bill Parkinson.
Who's going to call in the air? You're going to call? Or you call before I flip? He calls tails? Tails. He calls tails. It's a head. It's a head. Do what it costs.
Philadelphia gets the football. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. And Chicago will kick to them. We've played the regulation time. We're all tied at 38-38. Back with the overtime after this word from our local station. We go to sudden death overtime. First team to score wins and will pack up and head for Denver next Tuesday. All even at 38 as Philadelphia comes from a 38-17 deficit to score 24 points in time in the fourth quarter. Each team now will have 3 timeouts. Wide World of Sports will follow us as soon as we get a decision. Frank Corral will kick it off for Chicago, and Alan Harbin is the deep man, and Corral has not allowed Philadelphia to return a kick so far today. And Chicago has won both of the overtime games they have been in this season. Here's the kick. There will be a return from the 4 by Harbin. He comes back out for the 27. Keith Jackson, Lynn Swan, Tim Brandt, Coach Dick Corey of the Boston Breakers visiting with us in the second half and having the time of his life.
I didn't know it was so tough up here. You guys do a great job.
First down for Philadelphia at the 27. Chicago's defense has been on the field virtually all of the fourth quarter. David Riley and Kelvin Bryant and Alan Harvin line up in the backfield. Fitzke goes in motion. And Fusina rolls it out. Gets it across the 30 out to about the 32. That's 5 yards.
Well, they're certainly not going to slow down the offensive attack. They're not going to get conservative by any means. They want to march the ball down the field, get there as quickly as possible.
Swanee, let me ask you a question here. You see the total yardage regulation time, but let me ask, I think the important question at this point. Chicago's front. Lorch is 33, Ehrman 34, Lathrop the youngest at 26, RU at 35. Philadelphia's offensive line is
younger, probably a little bit stronger at this point. And the Philadelphia team, or the Chicago Blitz, have been in a strong pass rush the whole time.
Kelvin Bryant for a first down.
And more. Kelvin Bryant has been sitting out that last series, so he is fresh, he is strong.
First down, Philadelphia. They had to stop a fight that time. The ball is out at the 42.
Gets good blocking up front. David Riley, number 35. You see right there, he runs into a pile, keeps those legs moving until Ed Smith just reaches up and grabs and holds on to one of them.
So the Stars have at least 4 more snaps in this possession. We are in overtime, a 38-38 ball game, and the winner goes to the championship game in Denver. Bryant again. Right up the middle he goes, curling it back in behind Oates and Garza, and reaches the 46. Bryant, 20 carries today, 132 yards.
Consistent. He has been consistent for this team all year long. Coming into the USFL out of North Carolina, they said he was a ball player that was often injured, not being able to last a full season. But he's taken more than his shares of hits, shots this year, and he's come through it just fine.
He goes out holding his right leg right now, back in the hamstring area. Harvin comes in to replace him. Fusina. Little play action, flips it over there. The pass is caught at midfield by David Riley. Riley bouncing on upfield, having been untouched to get the first down for Philadelphia.
You know, things become cliches because they're actually true. That's why you keep saying them over and over again. Momentum. This is what has allowed this team to come back. They've got that momentum, a little fire in their blood, given them by Scott Fitzke on 2 great grabs. And there you see Riley losing his footing, but then struggling, crawling to make sure he gets the first down. So they cross midfield. Now the ball at the 46-yard line of Chicago.
Riley. David Riley carries for the first time today, and he crosses the 40.
During the course of this entire ball game, a couple of the owners for the Chicago Blitz have been sitting in the box. The principal owner of the Philadelphia Stars, Miles Tannenbaum, has been sitting in his box. I looked across the stadium. There's no one in their box. Those gentlemen are down on the sideline. Carl Peterson, the president, general manager of the Philadelphia Stars, he's on the sideline.
Second down 4. Philadelphia just over the 40 of Chicago. Up the middle goes Riley again. He's short of the first down.
1.5.
So David Riley out of West Virginia. Now he seems to be shaken up a little as he gets up from the bottom of that stack. It'll be 3rd down and a yard.
A big yard.
A little bit more than a yard, too. Kelvin Bryant comes back now, and Harvin goes out. Now, you know who's going to get the ball.
I don't know. I'm not so sure they give it to Kelvin Bryant. They just might give it right back to David Riley.
Bryant up the middle. First down, Philadelphia. 34-yard line of Chicago.
Well, Keith, I think you ought to be a coach, and I'll just play for you.
I still go back to the question I asked you a while ago. The Philadelphia offensive front, they're 29, 24, 24, 25, 22, 24.
They're driving them off. Brad Oates, Rich Garza, Bart Oates, Chuck Comiskey, Irv Eatman, Steve Folsom, 89, doing what they have to do and wearing down the Chicago Blitz defensive line.
Usfl rolls away from the pressure. Gets his pass off. The pass is good to Riley, and Riley is down around the 30. Not much gain on the play, about 4 yards, but it's better than having your quarterback sacked. Chuck was looking downfield and just simply wasn't anybody, and he kept holding on, and finally he saw 35 come open.
Dave Riley did a good job of hanging on to this. Chuck rolling out. He's got a block in front of him in case he wanted to run. Pump fakes it. Riley doing a great job of catching passes on his knees.
Second down, 6. Harbin is back in the lineup. Penalty flag goes down. Harbin gets loose around the corner. He's going to have a first down. And he's out of bounds in around the 21-yard line, but let's see about the penalty.
Well, it looks like it's going to be offsides against Chicago. But the important thing is, and Dick Torrey just kind of whispered it to me over there, we are now in Dave Trout's reign.
Yep. Well, if Philadelphia wins this ball game, it'll go down as one of the most dramatic comebacks I've ever seen.
Defense number 52.
Offside.
That's number 1, Dave Trout, you saw standing on the sideline, waiting for his moment. His extra point conversion for the 1 point. Hey, from 2 yards away, there's still a pressure kick, and he made it. Now, waiting for his moment, his possible moment, where he may have to kick a field goal to win the ball game. And his teammates giving him encouragement, keeping his spirits up, not wanting to pressure the mount too heavily on the young man's shoulder.
They've got a first down at the Chicago 21. Trout may not get a call if they keep moving it.
Well, if they keep moving it, he won't have to kick. But if they do, the young man who did a lot of kicking growing up in South America and Brazil, down and around the Amazon, will have a chance.
Bryant is back in at I-back. He's got the ball. He's tough. I'll tell you he's tough.
Dick Torrey.
Kick that ball right now.
Dick Torrey, that's the first time I've seen a running back headbutt a tackler and keep going.
He is a great running back.
22 carries for 141 yards. Number 44, Kelvin Bryant, North Carolina.
This will be the 8th time this season he's gone over 100 yards.
This man is truly deserving of his MVP award. He's out of the ball game right now. Alan Harbin back in.
He's had a big day. Philadelphia is headed towards 600 yards. That's Harbin. There's a fighter.
First down.
Close to it. They're going to have to measure it. That stops your clock now. We're in overtime. Philadelphia scoring 24 points in the 4th quarter to tie 38-38 in regulation. Kelvin Bryant is well over 100 yards, but Alan Harbin now on 19 carries has picked up 80. It's 3rd down and about a half a yard. And David Trout over there crying. Don't faint, David. Heat's going to be on him if they don't make this first down. It's Harbin. He's got the first down.
He may have a touchdown.
He's down inside the 5. Out of bounds at about the 3, maybe the 2. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Dan White made the tackle, but Alan Harbin was a step away. 2 yards away from a touchdown. With all due respect, Dick Torrey, you're most deserving, but you got to see that in a situation like this, Jim Morris did a great job of bringing his team back. He couldn't have been too far in that Coach of the Year ballot.
I tell you, Jim has done a great job with this team, winning 15 games and coming back from a score like he came from behind today.
Philadelphia has now run for 304 yards in this ball game. There is a Chicago man hurt on the play. We've got a timeout called for him. ABC's Wide World of Sports coming up very shortly, just as soon as we get a decision. And the winner in this ball game that'll pack the bags and go to Denver to meet the winner of tomorrow's Oakland, Michigan game, which will be played at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. The championship game on ABC television at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday night, July 17th.
Virgil Livers, number 24, is a man down on the field. Cornerback. George Allen.
His team had a 38-17 lead, a 21-point lead. But youth was on the side of Philadelphia. They had to have a little luck. They had two magnificent plays, receptions by Scott Fitzke, that seemed to be the plays that turned this ball game around.
Jim Moore, that's not water he's tasting, that's victory. He can taste on the sideline. Right next to us up in the booth, Greg Landry, former coach of mine in Pittsburgh, Dick Walker, sitting in the press box, and they're wearing the long faces right now.
Well, Chicago didn't make a first down in the fourth quarter.
You're right. Philadelphia just flat out came after them. The offense got probably way too conservative. And Philadelphia was able to take advantage of it.
First down and goal to go. Philadelphia on the 2. David Riley in the backfield with Kelvin Bryant. Bryant on a sweep right. There's down to the 1. Down to the 1 as Lance Shields, number 22, came up. And another Chicago man is hurt on the play. Looks like Jimmy Farnhorst may be the man hurt.
John Schwartz, number 28, got up slowly also.
They've got to be exhausted. They've been out there now for almost a quarter and a half.
They are exhausted. It takes a lot to put on an all-out pass rush, as they attempted to do when Philadelphia was driving for its last touchdown in regulation time, and then to face the challenge of that young offensive line as they began driving on this march after the kickoff in overtime.
It is Farnhorst hurt on the play. Probably fatigue as much as anything. And that's when you become injury prone in football, is when you are tired.
Well, the games they've played, the last 4 games they've played have been physical and emotionally intense ball games. Then the 100+ degree heat, the last 2 ball games they played at home.
Well, it's about 106 down there today.
That's right. It will take its toll. 38-38, second down. Philadelphia in possession of the football.
Well, those of you watching at home, you see what you missed?
I'll tell you, there may only be 13 or 14, 15,000 people are here at the stadium today, but they have been thoroughly entertained by their home football team. And it looks as though their home team just may give them the victory.
They're a yard away on second down.
Championship play, when you go into sudden death overtime, it will go until the game is over. Not until the end of 15 minutes, but until the game is over. And someone scores.
It's Bryant over the top. Touchdown! Philadelphia wins it.
Moore being hoisted onto the shoulder of players. Scott Fitzke, Kelvin Bryant, Chuck Lucina, Alan Harvin, all being mobbed by these fans in Philadelphia. If it's capturing the hearts of the fans by great football, by championship caliber play, by phenomenal comebacks.
Here's Tim Brandt, if we can find him in that melee.
Jim, that's one of the gutsiest performances we've seen. You've got to be proud of him.
I'm so proud I can hardly talk. It's the greatest team ever.
What did you tell him at halftime?
Not much. I just said we'd come back all year. We're going to do it again this year. That's exactly what I told them.
Congratulations. We'll see you in Denver.
And so you have seen, ladies and gentlemen, one of the more remarkable comebacks that you will ever see in a football game, whether it's Little League, college, or professional. Chicago led by a 38-17 margin. Philadelphia came back, shut down Chicago in the final quarter, tied at 38 to force the overtime, won the flip of the coin. They got a return the first of the ball game, and then finally it was their great running back Kelvin Bryant going over the top, tumbling into the end zone, and Philadelphia beat Chicago 44 to 38.
Kelvin Bryant, he's played injured, he's played tough, but as Dick Corey said here during the second half, he is a man that plays hard 100% of the time, and he never gives you less than that 100% effort.
So your final score, Philadelphia 44, Chicago 38. Philadelphia will meet the winner of tomorrow's Oakland-Michigan game, which you will see here at 1:30 Eastern Time. Stay tuned next for ABC's Wide World of Sports. Travel arrangements made through and promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies to Hong Kong from more top business centers with 3-class Royal Pacific service. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports. We hope you enjoyed it.